Hey lovelies, welcome to Soulful Drops, a place where we drop some spiritual knowledge, we share some life experiences, and we dive deep. I'm your host, Alina. I'm a spiritual coach and intuitive, and I'm here to help women, especially the ones who are highly sensitive, to reach their full potential, to remove their false beliefs about themselves, in order for them to go after the life that their heart truly desires. So, yeah, ladies, I hope you're all doing well. Whether you're at the gym right now, about to work out and listen to this podcast, or you're just at home chilling, about to cook or wash the dishes, I'm happy that you're here with me. So, in this episode, I want to talk about how to navigate the in between season of your life. You know that you've been going through changes. Your life doesn't look the same as it used to, but you haven't fully integrated your new identity and you haven't fully stepped into your new timeline. So it's a zone where you might feel confused and you're not sure what to do. But I'm just here to tell you that this period, this season of your life is necessary. When you decide to change your life completely and live a life that's more soulful, that's more real, authentic to who you truly are, to your soul, it's inevitable that you're gonna go through a period where you're faced with the unknown. You're not sure what's in front of you, and you'll have to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and sometimes you'll have to walk even when you don't see the journey ahead of you. But let's go deep into it, all right? Let's dive in, shall we? I want to start by reminding you about your old life before your changes happened. Do you remember the days when you were waking up and every day felt the same, or you were operating from your ego, so you cared about other people's approval? You were around people who didn't really speak to your soul, but you were around them because you didn't want to be alone. Do you remember those days when you were asking God, the universe, your angels, whatever you believe in, for help because you felt like your life was not fulfilling? You felt like you were in a zone, in a timeline where every day felt the same, and you felt like you lost your spark and you didn't feel aligned. Do you remember those days? And then eventually things maybe started to change. You started realizing that you were not connecting with the people that you used to talk to. The hobbies or the things that you used to do were not fulfilling anymore. And you were experiencing an ego death, right? You started asking yourself questions about yourself. If you removed all the roles that were put upon you, if you remove all the labels, then on a soul level, who are you truly? What's your essence, right? And when you start connecting with your soul, that's when a tower moment happens. In tarot, the tower card, a lot of people fear it, right? When they see it, it looks scary. But what we don't realize sometimes is that a tower moment is a blessing in disguise. A tower moment will destroy everything that's not built on a strong, genuine foundation. Everything that you don't resonate anymore will be removed from your life. That's why during a tower moment you're starting losing people, you start losing your job, maybe your apartment, and everything looks chaotic and scary. But what you don't see is that God, the universe, is creating space for you to create something genuine this time. It's giving you a second chance for you to walk with purpose. And that's when you'll be asked to not resist the change, to let things fall apart. And I know how challenging that can be, but it's necessary. That's when you'll have to learn the art of detachment and let things fall apart, let it go. Even with things that you love, sometimes it requires sacrifice. I remember when I was relocating, that was such a hard period of my life because I was seeing that everything that I've built in my city, I had to let go of. My apartment, my car. I love my car so much. I cannot even explain to you how much I loved driving in my car. I remember after the gym, I would drive in my car playing 90s R&B music, and those moments were so beautiful to me. It was like therapy. It was a moment where I could release emotions, and I was just in my zone. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there were moments where I cried because I was so attached to my car, but I knew that I had to make that sacrifice because I knew there were better things awaiting for me. And in order for me to relocate, to leave, I had to let go of my car, right? So the night before I had to give away my car, I remember riding in my car one last time and I just spoke to it. I know it sounds funny, but that's what happened. I just told my car, you know what? Thank you for keeping me safe for all those years. We shared some good memories. We went to different places together, and I felt very grateful for it. And then the next day, I had to let it go. I'm sharing with you this experience just to show you that it's not always easy to let go of things, especially when you have history with them, when you love them, but it's necessary. It also reminds me of this picture that I've seen online. It's a kid and God. The kid is holding a teddy bear, and God is asking him to give it to him. But the kid is sad, he doesn't want to give it away. But what he doesn't realize is that God is holding an even better and bigger teddy bear behind his back that he wants to give it to him. So that just shows us that we need to trust the process and move lightly like a feather and not bring old baggages with us. So now that you're walking on this new journey, it can feel confusing, right? Because you can no longer rely on your ego. Now your soul is taking the lead, and now you'll have to trust yourself despite of what's going on in the physical world. You'll have to remain calm and remember your vision. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. Remember your mission. And now your compass will be internal. Now you'll have to rely on your intuition, God, your spirit team, your higher self to lead you in the right direction. Your actions will have to align with what you're doing. They can no longer contradict your values. They cannot contradict your spirit. Now you know you cannot stay in places, environments that are draining you, that are not aligned with your soul. Now you know you cannot be connected and close to people who are not seeing you for who you truly are. There's no more faking it, there's no more compromising on your values. Now you've decided to live a life of authenticity. This in between season requires you to be honest with yourself. There's no going back now. You made so many sacrifices. You were brave enough to move, to change. Now it's time to create, to take aligned action, to give yourself space to evolve. And this is your moment, baby. This is what you were waiting all your life, and you deserve it. So don't put extra pressure on yourself. You're right where you're supposed to be. I see this transitional phase as a dance with the universe, with God. If you've danced Latin dance before, bachata or salsa, you know that there's always a follower and a leader. The follower will initiate some moves, and the follower will have to go along with it. if the follower resists the move, then the dance is not fluid, it doesn't look right. Okay? So it's the same thing. You need to allow God, the universe, to lead you in the right direction. You cannot resist the changes anymore. Now you have integrated the unknown into your life. Now so many possibilities, opportunities are able to come into your life because you've done the work. You allowed yourself to be open. Remember, you used to be in your comfort zone and every day looked like a loop. Every day felt like the same day over and over again. But now, see it as a new adventure. You don't know what's gonna happen. Hey, but no matter what happens, you're gonna make it. You're gonna learn. You're gonna pivot. It's exciting. Finally, you're living. You're not just surviving. And even if the season of your life requires you to be in a hermit mode, to be by yourself for a while, it's okay because it's giving you time to focus on yourself, to rebuild yourself, to rebuild your empire, your castle. So don't worry. The right people for you will arrive at the right time. So in the meantime, focus on your goals, focus on your projects, focus on yourself, focus on your inner child, on doing things that bring you joy. Remember, this is the life that you were praying for. Even if you're not exactly where you want to be yet, it's so important that you are present in that moment and you don't rush to your destination. This in between season of your life, it's like if you were on the train or on the bus. There's already a location that it's planned, right? The bus knows where it's going. The train has a location already. You don't need to remind the train operator where to go, right? He already knows. So you just need to enjoy your ride. Look outside your window. You might see a beautiful landscape, or somebody is going to sit next to you on that train and they're going to start a beautiful conversation with you. And you're going to learn something new, or your mind's going to open to new ideas. You just never know. So give yourself permission to wonder, to be open to new possibilities. Personally, I've always loved those liminal spaces, cars, buses, trains, airports. There's something very unique and special about those places. Maybe because I connect with this energy so much, me being a 12th houser, I feel like I'm always between two worlds, the physical and the spiritual world. And also, it represents what I do. Being a spiritual guide, I help people go from point A to point B. So, yeah, I feel like those liminal spaces are a physical representation of this transitional period that we go throughout our lives. There's always some space between who you are and who you want to be, where you are and where you want to go. There's always going to be some space between two timelines. So, you being in that transitional phase of your life, that means that you are going somewhere. That means you are no longer stagnant. So, embrace that moment and trust in the process. I also want to share with you guys this audio that I came across on TikTok. It's by this lady by the name of Aretha Rodney Artistry. And she says, I quote, "I'm in a season of my life right now where the only option I have is trust in God. I don't have a plan B. Like, God is literally my plan A through Z." I find this quote so powerful and so beautiful. And it doesn't matter if you're religious or not. I'm spiritual. I have my own relationship with God, with my spirit team, with my angels. But this quote just shows that you have to have faith in your path and you have to rely on God to lead you. There's no plan B. There's only plan A now. And the plan A is all about your authenticity, living life soulfully, righteously, with integrity, and doing what really speaks to your heart. No more pretending, no more fakeness, just your raw, true self. And like I said earlier, you have to be in a state of flow, dance with life. When you feel like you need to rest, then rest without feeling guilty. When you feel like you need to make a move, then take action without hesitation and have the audacity to take space and the courage to be seen. It's time to lock in, baby. Okay? It's your time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think. And if you want to book a one-on-one coaching session with me and you need help with your journey, you can email me at HerSoulfulGuide@gmail.com. You can also contact me on TikTok. My username is HerSoulfulGuide, and I would love to be part of your journey. All right? So I'm sending you all much love, many blessings, and I'll see you on the next one.